Mind Body Life show hosted by Frederick on Global Voice Radio on Fridays at 10 a.m. Eastern. During his show, Mind Body Life founder and best-selling author Frederick investigates the little-known insights and daily methods used to create explosive life transformations and transitions with those that have risen from struggle and ascended to greatness. Here is your Mind Body Life host, Frederick Entenmann.
Welcome to the Mind Body Life show. I'm your host, Frederick Entenmann. I'm a former professional athlete, a best-selling author of Surviving Sports in the Game of Life, a coach, a consultant, and publisher. And I also help professional athletes create lasting success outside of sports and win the game of life. I want to welcome you to episode 35. This is all about heart health and heart disease, the number one cause of death in America. This kills approximately over 600,000 Americans every single year. You'd think we would learn, folks, but unfortunately, personal accountability is just beyond capacity, I think, for some people. It's a situation. Nothing more powerful than taking personal accountability for yourself. It's part of growing up. It's part of being an adult. You have control. Take your power. We're talking about one heart attack every 42 seconds. And with heart-related events claiming the lives of a person every 60 seconds, it's insanity. And no doubt, these alarming statistics, they really highlight the need for better prevention and treatment of heart disease. But I got to say, there's a good reason for hope. In addition to lifestyle changes, which is the obvious, healthy diet and exercise, high quality nutritional supplements can actually slash your or dramatically reduce your risk of having a heart attack. So what I want to do is kind of, based on my research, I want to look at the very best nutrients to consume. And if you're a first-time listener of my podcast, I have over 20 years of experience as a health and wellness consultant in the field of fitness and the field of holistic health, and having the past 8 years been a consultant and coach. I've guided and helped thousands of people to better health, wellness, fitness, lifestyle, mind, body, life, health, wellness. A heart attack prevention begins with something called anthocyanin. Anthocyanins are simply, I know it sounds like a big word, confusing word, right? But unfamiliar. They're plant pigments. Plant pigments that give, like berries, they're really vibrant colors of your crimson, of your indigo, and your purples. And these type of berries really support your heart health in a variety of ways. And with the recent studies on the effects of various berries, they really are revealing a major wealth of benefits. Researchers have found that acai berries reduce harmful LDL cholesterol. That's your low density lipoprotein. LDL, we'll just leave it at that. That's the stuff that clogs our arteries and arterioles and all that stuff that leads to heart disease, atherosclerosis. So there's also something called bilberries. These are close relatives to blueberries. These actually inhibit the production of angiotensin covering enzyme, or it's also known as ACE. And that's simply a substance that triggers high blood pressure. So stay away from your bilberries. Not all berries are created equal. You want to make sure you actively pursue better health by researching food. What a shame that none of this is actually taught in school. Raspberries. Raspberries can reduce triglycerides in the blood. like I said, and it's another major risk factor for heart disease. And while blueberries' strongly anti-inflammatory properties can limit harmful peroxidation of fats, in addition to consuming berries, you really can get the benefits of anthocyanins and standardized extracts, or powdered supplement form. And I'm known for not being a huge proponent of supplementation, because you want to make sure you have first established your habits, your understanding, your chemistry. Know your body chemistry, or what works for you, and get in the good habits first of eating healthy, good foods, while also, because not all foods created equal anymore. Everything we eat it does not contain the same levels of vitamins and minerals they once did, because of the pollution, because of the soil erosion and the chemicals and big pharma drugs polluting in our environment everywhere. These are the facts, folks. Simply do your research. If the truth hurts your ears right now, this is what's going on. So that's where supplementation comes into place. Now, supplementation is powerful because it can make up for a lot of that lack of getting our full doses. There's something called coenzyme Q10, which also helps the heart. It maintains the optimal energy management, if you will. And when it comes to protecting mitochondria, we might have all learned in middle school, it's the power center of our cells. And so the nutrient CoQ10, it really has an unparalleled track record. I've been taking CoQ10. Also, for those that don't know, I was a professional athlete. So was a world-class runner on my own. I broke a 4-minute mile in my 30s. So CoQ10 has really helped me with my heart. And one thing I noticed was also recovery. But I want to note, in one landmark study, okay, CoQ10 proved itself to be life-saving. It significantly improved the survival rate for even the most severe heart failure patients, while dramatically reducing incidence of hospitalization. And experts actually say that CoQ10 can be really particularly beneficial for the elderly, or those with a chronic medical condition, or those taking statin drugs to treat cholesterol. So when choosing a CoQ10 supplement, it's really best to select a formulation that contains the ubiquinol form of CoQ10. Just look for it. It's out there and very, very easy to find these days. Personally, I can say I'm not sponsored. I don't distribute. I'm not associated with anything, but I've always been a big proponent of a supplement company called Life Extension that's backed by world-class researchers and doctors, really legitimate supplementation company. Quinone, PQQ, is a gift to your heart from the plant world. Try to say that 10 times. Quinone. That's why they just call it PQQ. Wow. It's a vitamin-like nutrient found in plant foods. Again, what we're seeing over time, as health and wellness experts in the world become more enlightened, and our westernized medicine is proving not to be the fix, but a patch, and let's face it, big pharma drugs are just unhealthy for the planet and the environment and everything known to world and mankind alone. So this big movement on taking back our power, learning the truth about what's going in our bodies and valuing that is very powerful. I'm very passionate about it, if you can't tell. PQQ, it's often used in conjunction with CoQ10. PQQ supports healthy mitochondrial function, and energy production. It's another supplement I actually take. And when I started taking it, I couldn't believe the energy differences, just in, again, recovery, basic concentration, overall muscular function, I would say. So not only does PQQ protect your mitochondria against like the dangerous oxidative stress, but it can help create new mitochondria as well. And actually, research shows that PQQ can carry out 20,000 catalytic conversions. So these are antioxidant processes. To put things into perspective, it's compared to a mere 4 for vitamin C, okay? So really gives the PQQ 5,000 times the antioxidant status of your basic vitamin C. And although it's found in all plant foods, your PQQ is particularly abundant in your parsley, your green peppers, your papayas, and tofu, surprisingly. PQQ can also be taken as a supplement if you don't like to eat your papayas and tofu. What's really interesting is doing research and reading up, and I'm constantly doing that. Folks, I read 3 books a week. I've been doing that for 20 years. I came across something about hawthorn berries in the process this week. Hawthorn berries are a traditional remedy with scientific merit and traditionally used by herbalists and your natural healers and to treat high blood pressure, irregular heartbeat, and shortness of breath. The hawthorn berries are approved in Europe to treat heart failure. I actually read this from a German study because I went to 2 German universities, and I completely fluent. I gained complete fluency in the German language, so I can read German research as well. They're big into the hawthorn berry. Hawthorn berries can improve the heart's ability to use and utilize oxygen and increase the heart's maximum workload, and it also improves exercise tolerance. I'd like to let you know about an unknown fact about your heart, ladies and gentlemen, listeners. You know, we actually use about 60% of maximum capacity of our heart. That's it. That's why we want our heart to be healthy, more efficient. Might question that. Well, why only 60%? It's a very smart, has its own electromagnetic field. Either, you know, it actually has more electromagnetic power than our very own brains. It has its own force. It's a very misunderstood phenomenon. That's continuous research is being done about the electric fields with the heart. It's crazy. So my point is, the heart is so intelligent that it limits itself to 60% because it needs to last. It's supposed to last for over 100 years. And the human body's designed to live well over 100 years, truth be told. So, yeah, it keeps itself at 60%, and it's your job to try to utilize it and make it more efficient. I also came across something called astaxanthin. Astaxanthin may outperform actually statin drugs, and it's a carotenoid pigment. It's found in certain, again, going back to plants. Are we seeing a correlation here, folks? I hope you all have juicers, because if you want to really increase your vitality, increase your health, increase your wellness, decrease any chances for dis-ease in your body, plants are where it's at. The research is showing, it's proven. A carotenoid pigment, basically, it's found in certain marine plants and also fish, such as salmon. Your astaxanthin has anti-inflammatory and antioxidant qualities. But going back to salmon, after I just said plants where it's at. Actually, I eat a lot of salmon, but I'm very particular, and so should you. I really pay a lot of money to ensure that I'm getting fresh, Icelandic, you want that deep water, cold Atlantic wild salmon. Sockeye is equally as good, but it's going to run you $30-$35 a pound. But don't cheat your health. I like to view my salmon as my steak. So it puts things in perspective. I really, if I stay true and true, I reward myself and get myself a really nice piece of salmon with my veggies. It also helps support heart health by improving your cholesterol levels. It regulates your blood pressure and helps to prevent and minimize blood clots. So one study I was reading, the astaxanthin improved participants' circulation after a mere 2 weeks of supplementation. And then in another study, the carotenoid worked better than an actual statin drug in lowering cholesterol levels and keeping them down after discontinuation. Really amazing. That's just incredible. The power of something natural in our environment that we can just learn about and then consume and reap the benefits. That's how it's supposed to work. Everything we need is on this planet, folks. I've spoken about magnesium before. Magnesium is a powerful, powerful, powerful anti-inflammatory that fights arterial plaque. And according to many natural health experts, magnesium deficiency is widespread in the United States. It's really an unfortunate state of affairs because considering that magnesium is a powerful ally, especially in fighting cardiovascular disease. And magnesium is responsible for over 300 enzymatic processes in your body. Major. It's way up there on a need that you need to be consuming every single day. Research also shown that this mineral, it reduces your inflammatory markers of heart disease. So this includes your C-reactive protein and your NF-kappa B, and it can help regulate the production of cholesterol as well. Those are just proteins that through research have shown to increase the production of cholesterol. So that's all those are. Again, don't get confused by the wordage or the verbiage. Get to know what is essential for you and follow through. Start putting it in your body. There's also strong evidence that magnesium reduces plaque formation in arteries while simultaneously protecting artery linings. Two very key elements to helping to prevent atherosclerosis. And you can really ramp up your stores of magnesium by eating your green leafy vegetables, pumpkin seeds. I'm not big on yogurt, but it does contain magnesium. Your almonds, your dark chocolate, black beans, those are some things right there. You can also, many natural health experts feel that coronary heart disease is actually a classic sign of a vitamin C deficiency, as depleted vitamin C levels can cause actual lesions and cracks to appear in artery walls. So optimize your vitamin C levels to protect arteries. And there's nothing easier to optimize than vitamin C. Oranges, all your citrus is heavy in vitamin C. These, the cracks can allow lipoproteins and cholesterol to enter arteries. That's the problem. So you're creating atherosclerotic deposits and you're setting the stage for heart attacks and strokes. Yes, you are creating that. Doing it to yourself. Stop. In animal studies, mice that consume the largest amounts of vitamin C have the lowest amounts of lipoprotein, along with the strongest hearts. Okay, so in addition to supporting heart health, antioxidant vitamin C boosts the immune system, right? And vitamin C is readily available, inexpensive, and lacking really in serious side effects. No one's ever died from taking too much vitamin C. It might go through you, you know what I mean. Might have to run to the bathroom, but that's it. So make supplementation a wise choice of vitamin C. It's so simple. Quercetin is associated with lower rates of heart disease. Again, this is a plant-based flavonoid, and it's going to help protect the heart from oxidative damage. There's a study of 800 men aged 65 to 84 years. The researchers found that those who consume the highest amounts of quercetin were a stunning 68% less likely to have fatal heart attack initiated by underlying cardiovascular issues. So what that means, quercetin reduces cholesterol, it improves circulation, regulates blood pressure, and decreases your amounts of fat stored around the liver and your abdominal region. All very important elements in preventing heart attacks, goes without saying. And also, in addition, quercetin has been found to increase blood plasma levels of really beneficial your nitric oxide, which relaxes and dilates coronary arteries. This is found, your quercetin is found in your dark leafy greens, your fruits, your vegetables. It's found in green tea. And again, it's also found as a supplement. These are all found in supplemental form. Bitter bergamot has sweet cardiovascular benefits. Bergamot is a type of, it's an Italian orange. I love them personally. If you've never had one, they're just wonderful. They're packed with antioxidant polyphenols. These really have potent effects against the free radicals that can damage the artery linings and trigger atherosclerosis. But its main claim to fame is its ability to lower cholesterol. And in a groundbreaking study, bergamot really dramatically dropped levels of harmful, again, LDL, your harmful cholesterol and fats in the blood, while increasing levels of your healthy HDL, high density lipoprotein cholesterol. So effective is bergamot in lowering cholesterol that it may even be able to, very capable of replacing dangerous statin drugs for some patients. And man, the fruit is it's like a mouth, when you have to pucker because it's so bitter. It's kind of like that, but I actually like that taste. So just a heads up, very bitter. So I think it would be difficult for most people to ingest enough to really receive the health benefits. But fortunately, again, your bergamot extracts are available in supplemental form. Okay, winding this up here, I liked another research article from the University of Alabama at Birmingham, and it's showing that consumption of enough potassium is an essential mineral that can actually reduce the risk of heart disease as well. And in addition, we already know from the many other studies that potassium can improve your kidney health and brain function and blood sugar regulation and muscle strength. Just eat bananas. Incredible how healthy bananas are. Thankfully, most people can easily access two delicious foods loaded with potassium. Again, I've mentioned one, bananas. Do you know what the other one is? Avocados. Naturally, organic varieties are best. Researchers found that a deficiency of dietary potassium leads to aortic stiffness and calcified arteries. I don't want any of that going on in my body. I eat about 2 bananas a day. Ideal levels, however, of potassium have resulted in improved markers related to heart health and really protective against heart disease. Very simple. Eat the right things. Eat them and eat it often. Get in good habits. You have the power to change. You can really, really reduce the risk of heart disease by improving arterial health. And the researchers approached on this last research study, gained insights into the molecular mechanisms that underlie how low and high potassium levels affect our health. And, hopefully my intent really in bringing this to light is that this information will spark the development of non-toxic nutritional therapies in the future, which can effectively address nutrient deficiencies related to heart disease risk. And no doubt, doctors would be very wise to embrace the healing power of nutrition. But that's a whole nother topic, folks. A whole nother topic. Just know this, potassium-rich foods help maintain ideal blood pressure and electrolyte balance. Your potassium-rich foods protect against heart disease. It's really simple. And since we know that bananas and avocados are rich in potassium, eating these fruits regularly will help to reduce the risk of your plaque-filled stiff arteries, also known as atherosclerosis, and other factors that contribute to heart disease as well. And by the way, other foods that are rich in potassium include, your beans, your tomatoes, potatoes, dark leafy greens. Again, you can enjoy these foods on your own, or just mix them in your favorite smoothie, your favorite breakfast cereal, as long as it's not high in sugar, right? And salad. So enjoy your heart healthy lifestyle. Start today. Start today, folks. Just go pick up a banana, pick up an avocado, eat it, be happy, smile. Look, if accountability is lacking in your life, invest in your mind, body, and life, and contact me. I've coached and consulted thousands of individuals over the years to better lives, naturally, holistically, emotionally, relationship-wise, communicatively. Holistic means altogether. You can't have one without the other. So to achieve harmony, to achieve vitality, all the happiness that people really want, you know what? The only limits in life are really the limits you impose upon yourself. So take action. Take personal accountability. Take back your power. If this interests you, contact me. Message me. I'd be more than happy to help you. I'm on Facebook. I'm on LinkedIn. It's a link up. I'm also on Twitter and Instagram. It's been another fantastic episode of Mind, Body, Life. I hope you enjoyed. Until next week, take care.
Thank you for joining us. Listen every Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern to Frederick Intiman host Mind, Body, Life. Connect with Frederick at www.globalvoiceradio.com. Tune in next week for another edition of Mind, Body, Life on Global Voice Radio.